I'm here in Medjugorje at the foot of Apparition Hill, and I'm with Father
David Murphy.
Where are you from?
County Wexford, Ireland.
Wow, unbelievable. And you told me it's a beautiful story. You were in Lourdes and with a man in wheelchair. What happened?
I was in Lourdes and I was helping with the handicap, pushing the wheelchairs, and another man who was beside me pushing wheelchair, a helper, asked me did I ever consider priesthood. That was in 1982, and I said no. When I went home to Ireland, I thought about priesthood, and 1 year later I made some inquiries in a seminary what to do for priesthood, and they told me I have to have some, educational qualification like a leaving cert in Ireland. So
you went back to Lourdes first, no?
So I went again then. In 1983, in the month of June, I went to Lourdes on my own by boat from Ireland, and got the train to Paris and train to Lourdes, and spent 1 week praying and thinking about priesthood in Lourdes, and then left there and got the train to Fatima in Portugal, the Marian Shrine, prayed for 1 week about priesthood, was it for me or not, and then from there by train and bus to Medjugorje and prayed there for 1 week about priesthood, was it for me or not. Then on back by boat to Ireland, and on the boat, deep down in my heart of hearts, I knew someday I would become a priest. And then at that time I was a serving soldier with the Irish Army, and in June 1985 I left the army after 6 years service, and in September 1985 I joined a seminary in County Wexford to study for the Usson priesthood, to work with parish work. And in 1991 I got ordained a priest for service in the Diocese of Ferns and County Wexford as a secular priest, the Usson priest, working parish work. Continued there for 25 years. Then in July 2016, I rejoined the Irish Army as a chaplain to the soldiers. Now I've gone the full circle. I was a soldier, now I'm a chaplain to the soldiers. And looking back, a number of things drew me to priesthood. First one was meeting Pope John Paul II in Ballybrit Racecourse, Galway, at the Youth Mass in September 1979, when I presented a small oak tree to the Pope to symbolize the young people of Ireland growing up and their faith spreading. Second thing was the man in Lourdes asking me would I consider priesthood. The third was that I wanted to work with people, and the fourth was I felt a deep calling within my heart of hearts, and the fifth was through my prayers in Lourdes, Fatima and Medjugorje, on that 3-week trip that I spent in 1982-83, that I knew in my heart if I wanted to be a priest. Now I'm a Catholic priest, happy and joyful about that, and happy to be back in Medjugorje. First time I came here, as I said, was in 1984, and then I did not come back anymore until 38 years later in April of 2022, and now I'm back in August of 2022. Happy to be here.
And how is it like when you came 1984, 1983, I think, how the change here, what happened?
So the difference now and in 2022 and 1984 is still the same. The prayerfulness is the same. But when I came in 1984, there was no B&B, no hotel, I stayed with a local family. Was no coffee shop, no souvenir shop, just a pathway to the Apparition Hill and to the Apparition Hill and Cross Mountain, just a pathway. But it was very prayerful and peaceful. Now it's prayerful, peaceful, but a lot more people, loads of different shops, supermarkets, hotels. It's the difference. But still it has the same draw, the same traction. It's a prayerful place.
And you came at the time, you said you came by bus and then you left by boat, no? You said you left
came by boat and then to by train and by bus to Medjugorje, from Medjugorje back home by bus, by train, then on to La Havre in France, and then by boat to Rosslare in Ireland.
That sounds like a big journey.
Big pilgrimage.
Big pilgrimage, yeah. And at the time it was still communist here, no? In 1984?
Correct, in communist country in 1984.
But it was not difficult to get into the country?
Yeah, it was difficult. Yeah, we kept going and we found our way through all the loopholes.
Very nice. And did you have any special healing here or any special praises?
No special grace, no healing, just going home on the boat. In my heart of hearts, deep down, I knew someday I would become a priest.
Wow, what a story. And what would you tell people why to come here? Why is Medjugorje so special? Not for even non-Catholics, why should they come here?
People should come to experience a deep sense of peace in their hearts of hearts. It's a place of prayer. It's a place of peace, a place of calmness. It's a place where you can talk to people from different parts of the world, and you always feel welcome in Medjugorje from the people who you meet. It's a place of prayer and peace.
And do you pray often the Rosary, Father?
Pardon?
Do you pray the Rosary?
Pray the Rosary, yeah, when I'm here and at home, yes.
And what would you tell people why praying the Rosary? Because like Father Pio say, it's the weapon of our times.
Yeah, and Our Lady asks us to pray the Rosary, and if we pray the Rosary, Our Lady will protect each person and keep them safe and give them graces and blessings.
Thank you for this beautiful interview.
You're welcome, Thomas. Nice to meet you.